Okay, like I just came back again like to hit the game, and I think it's been like what, like 3, 4 years I left the game. And I'm really loving the Ravenous. I think like that's one of the reason like I'm coming back like to the division, because I wanna get this exotic weapon. So yeah, this is like this is I think like this is the only time like I kind of like wanna like play the game again. Because back then, like few years ago, I tried to obtain like this rival. Not many people actually, like be willing like to do the raid. And luckily, I joined like a Discord group and a lot of like a community of like people like willing to help me. And yeah, they got me one. And thanks to the like to the Division 2 like a community from the Discord. And this things like this Ravenous is like hits like a truck, by the way. I'm loving it so far, like because it builds a stack of like ammo, sorry, no, armor, and then you also gain like a lot of like weapon damage on this one. So the right shoulder, you build up like the weapon, like you're shooting from the right shoulder, you build up like the weapon damage stack, and when you switch over like to the left shoulder, it will trigger like the damage, all the stacks you build. And at the same time you will start build up like all those like armor stack. And when it comes back again like to your right shoulder, and when you shoot, it will procs like all the armor.
Reinforcements en route. Incoming hostiles detected. Heavily armored hostile detected.
And additionally, like compared with like any other like exotic weapon, I just like recently like got like the bighorn. And that's just like recently, okay, like I got like the bighorn and then like the revenues. That completes like the purpose, like why I came back again like to the division, because again like I missed like the weapon, so many like variety, and then like plus like the gear sets that you can play. And I think like NPC level like adds across all the games that I play. I, the AI and like how the ads like organized, like, and how they come to you or like attack you, especially like the control points, like they are very very aggressive. mm, no matter like how good your gear set, like I love to do the control point, and the control point is like the hardest part, especially like if you do solo. And this is like another like scene like of the, what is it, like a footage of like the Ravenous. So I'm using like a striker build. I always pair this with the ACS 12. It's the easiest like weapon like to build up like the striker stack, because you do know that like striker, um, this is without striker chest and without the striker backpack. So each stack, if I'm not mistaken, you will have 0.65% per stack. And without the chest and without the backpack, you will have like up to 100 stack. So meaning that like total damage is about up to 65%. And I pair this with the Memento backpack. Memento backpack, if you got like all the stacks, like every kills, it's gonna be up to 30% if I'm not mistaken. So 30% like to the weapon damage. I'm loving it, like, by the way, like when you use like the Ravenous and you hit like the boss, like the name enemies, you know, like when you proc that like weapon damage after you build the stack, it procs about like 100% of weapon damage. The first one is still gonna be the first. My first favorite is still gonna be the Bighorn, and second one it's gonna be the Ravenous. I know that like a lot of people like still into with what is it with the Eagle Bearer, and then with what is it? Ah, Chameleon. Yeah, Chameleon. Like the I mean like they do have like the it's like the Factor, but like it's the AR version. I like it, but it's just it makes the games too easy, by the way, when you run with that. So I have like a four-piece of striker, and the fifth is gonna be the Memento backpack, and the sixth gear is gonna be the chest gear. I wear Belstone armory. Yep, because you know, like when I do solo exploration, like PvE, I love to run like my gear set with the armor regeneration. So the Memento backpack, it has like when you collect all those 30, what is it? Um, 30 kills, you will get like up to 3% of like the armor regeneration. So I paired that one with the chest Belstone Armory. It has like a 1% like armor regeneration, so total is like 4%. And I don't know, like I just love it. I have four blues from the striker, and nope, nope, my bad. Three striker blues. The fourth striker is with the red core, and the fifth one, the chest, is Belstone Armory with the blue core. And the sixth one is gonna be the Memento backpack. It has like you know, right, like it has like the weapon damage and the blue core and the armor, and then like also like electronic core. I think this is gonna be my go-to. In this video, I think like I didn't like upload it like with the so the chest piece, like the Belstone Armory, I use like a perfect perfect. What is it? Like the one that like you can use the 70%, like it's not gonna consume the armor kit. Because I swear to God, like the control point, like the heroic mode, like solo exploration, I can deal with the S, but it's just that like they hits like super hard. No matter like how many armor you have, like they will shred it like right away within like 1 second. So when I'm in low armor, I don't have to worry like or spend the time like to use like the med kit. At least like that's the first like at least like a mitigation. It will rely mostly like from the 4% like armor regeneration. You see that like that shreds so fast. You know, like when you run this like Ravenous exotic weapon, it's kind of like it has like its own mechanic from your controller. You know, like at the same time, because like changing left to right shoulder, you cannot do that when you are with your shield. So that means like you always have to be like shoot the enemy like without the shield. And then plus like if you're hide like on the cover to cover, sometimes like cover to cover, it can change like the point of view of like that character, like that player. So you cannot even like change the shoulder. So it's kind of like more like be mindful in your mindset. Like you kind of like needs to be aware of like how the mechanic works with like using this gun. It's not just like any other regular AR. So that's why like this rifle actually hits hard. But the caveat is like you kind of like have to remind you need to be mindful on switching left shoulder, right shoulder, left shoulder from your controller. All right, folks. This is just like a short video of like showcase how the revenues works. I know I didn't like share any info about like my gear, but I will do that.